Hey everybody, I'm Renee, a designer with the Quilted Cow. Today we're going to be working on the Joan Tote. Super handy little tote, has zipper and pockets on the inside. Sky's the limit with this one. But before we get started, I would like to thank our sponsors. We've got Husqvarna Biking, Wilmington Prints, and Creative Grids. All right, let's get started. The Joan Tote is a handy tote. It has a zipper. You can find it in the full pattern sections on the website, www.thequiltedcow.com. So we're going to go ahead and get started with our handle pieces. Get those made and set to the side. And then you can set those to the side. Those are done for later, and we're going to start on our pocket. Again, this pocket is going to be seen, the whole edge of it. So we want to fold our short ends in, placing my hot ruler, and then you want on one half, whatever you think is going to be the front of your pocket, which this is non-directional, so it really doesn't matter. Fold it up under that lip. Go ahead and just fold it down and meet your edges. And then you can press this to get that fleece fused on. And then once you have your fleece fused on, you want to place these right side together. And then you're going to stitch both sides. And then once you have both sides stitched, you're going to turn this whole piece right side out. Make sure you poke all your corners. You want to go back to your machine and right across this top edge here, just do a top stitch. So with your lining piece, you want to fold it in half, and you can either crease it or you can mark, but you want to find your center line. And then do the same with your pocket. Just crease it down the middle, and then you're going to line where the crease is on your liner and the crease on your pocket, and everything's facing up. So this is going to be the top of your pocket, this is the top of your liner, and this is going to be the bottom. And you want to bring it down 2 inches from the top. Once you get it sewn down, this is how it looks. Nice little pocket. It's a deep pocket. Put lots in there. So after you get your pocket made, we're going to go ahead and start assembling for our zipper. So grab your zipper, and if you are right-handed, put the slider to the left. If you're left-handed, put the slider to the right. But you want to mark from the slider 9.5 inches down. And then to get it onto your pieces, put your back lining first. And if you want your pocket in the back of your tote, that's going to go down first. If you want the pocket in the front of your tote, which most people want their pockets in the back side, you know, you can use your other piece that has nothing on it. Okay, so with your liner face up, your pocket towards the top, we want to take the front of our zipper and move it 3 3/4 inch. And then the piece where you marked the 9 1/4 down, you need to fold that to where it's going to be out of the way of your seam allowance. So with this, I like to glue baste my zippers in, and then I'm going to take my outer. I already have my fleece on it. If you want, you can go ahead, and do a crosshatch decorative stitch, or you can just, leave it solid like I have it. some people like to have their little bags quilted. So we're going to place this right side down, making sure all the edges with your liner is marked or lined up. And then I'm going to go ahead and do my base glue. I'm going all the way, even on my zipper. So now you can take it to your sewing machine and with your zipper foot, come straight down. So this is how it's going to look right there. That's got my zipper in. So I'm going to go ahead and press both of these back, wrong side together. Go ahead and unpin that if you've stabbed yourself twice like I just did. We don't want to get any injuries with this one. And I'm just giving it a good press all the way. And then we want to top stitch it. All right, so now we can take that side, pull them back, undo your tail where you had it pinned, and you have your front and your liner. I'm going to go ahead and test my zipper, but I want to pull these back a little bit. Sure I did not get so close to my coils that they're getting caught, and they are not. So I'm going to give this a press and then top stitch right along that top edge like you did the other side. All right, so now I have that top stitched and our zipper is in. Now we want to put on our handles. All right, so now I've got my handles on. Everything's looking good. So I'm going to go ahead and put my zipper in. So you have your little rectangle. You want to fold it in half, find your crease, and then fold your ends in, and then do the same on the opposite side. And you can press this as you go, and it makes it much easier. Just like that. And then you're going to fold it in half. And this is how it's going to look once it's completely done. And then you want to attach it to the bottom half of your zipper here to where it's sandwiched. Here's the fold of it, and then you can sew all four sides. So this is how it looks once you have it sewn all the way on. Just clip any loose threads you might have. So on the next step, we're going to start putting our liner and tops together. So I'm going to lay my handles back and bring my lining together and my tops together. Now in the what to cut section, you might have already done this, but if you have not, we need to go ahead and square up our corners for our boxed corners. So I'm going to pin these together so they don't, these are my lining, I'm sorry, these are my mains. I have my mains together. And then I'm going to measure 3.5 inches up and 3.5 inches from the side. So now you want to go to your sewing machine, and we're not going to sew the box corners yet, just yet. You're going to sew, start here, just do the two ends right here. Make sure you backstitch at the beginning and backstitch at the ends, because you want to be sure not to pop those stitches when you go to turn your piece. Don't worry about these cuts. So we're going to come here, do this side, and then do this side, and then close this off completely too. So the only thing not sewn are your square corners and this part of your lining bottom, okay? So let's get that sewn. Okay, so now I have all of that sewn, and now we need to box our corners. So if we take the pleats that we just, or the cuts that we just made, and you're going to take your fingers, put them on the sides, and pinch that up together to where it's even. And you're going to sew with a 1/4 inch seam allowance. Okay, so there we go. I got all my corners stitched up. So now I'm going to reach into where we have the liner opening, and I'm going to unzip my zipper all the way. That'll help when you go to get this turned. So once you have it all turned, poke all your corners out of your boxed corners. And then if you're happy how with everything looks, you can close up the lining, and you're going to do that by just folding it in to tuck those raw edges, and you can either hand stitch or just do a small stitch right across there to close that lining. And then after you close your lining, all that's left is we're going to pleat our corners, because it helps keep those corners in a little more. Let me show you what I'm talking about. See how this corner looks now? This is how it looks after we pleat it. Big difference. So to pleat your corners, so let's go ahead and give it a good press. So I'm just evening those seams out. So if you want to tuck that zipper tail down right in there to get out of the way, you can. And then you want to fold this and pinch 1.5 to 2 inches from that seam. It does not have to be exact. If you want to, you can measure. I'm just going to use this. But your main goal is to have it even on both sides. And then top stitch. Starting at the top, come down about 1.5 inch, and then just kind of taper it off, and you want to back stitch on both ends. Your back is done. Let's go ahead and look at this sample again. So here it is. Is that not gorgeous? I love this little tote. Handy, holds a lot of stuff, and sky's the limit with it. You can find the pattern at our website, thequiltedcow.com, and it's a full-size pattern. I hope you liked this tutorial. If you did, give us a like. And reminder to subscribe to the channel so you can find all of our tutorials. And thanks for watching.
Okay, you wicked cool quilters, good job. You made it to the end. We would like to thank our sponsors, Husqvarna Viking Sewing Machines, Creative Grids, rulers, rotary cutters, and mats, and Wilmington Prints for the beautiful fabrics. Thanks for watching.